All right, today I'm gonna go bike commuting and take my bicycle out with the panniers to go grocery shopping. Wish me luck. It's about 2 miles. Okay, I stopped at a major intersection here. So I just came from my house to go right to the grocery store. And this is like one of the problems you have in not just Pennsylvania, but anywhere in particular, is a lot of these roads that you're on, you're gonna have to find like new ways to, or safe ways to get to where you wanna go. Because at this intersection, in a car, I would go right, but looking down this road, you know, it's not made for bicycles. So you only have like the walkway path over there, and there is no room for you to commute or ride. So it gets super dangerous. It's not friendly. You know, I've lived all over the world, and the US has the most unfriendly walking and riding spots in the world. So we're gonna go across the street, take the back roads, and I'll show you another thing. So when you're trying to find a route on a bike, you want to go grocery shopping or pick something up, you know, you really got to be safe. You got to think about your route and where you're going and how safe you're going to be. Okay, so I'm at another intersection, almost to the grocery store, but again, it's, you know, I had to take the back roads to get out here, but then you're kind of stuck in this conundrum of Pennsylvania roads, which there's a police station, here's an intersection, just so loud. There's so many cars that come through here. And if you look on the road, side of the road, I mean, there is nowhere for bicycles to ride. Now, there is this walking path, but as you go down the walking path, I think it ends a bit and it dumps you into a parking lot for a car repair shop. So again, when you want to, not to say you shouldn't like go bicycle ride or commute, and then again, man, the drivers in the USA suck. But you shouldn't go to the grocery store. You just have to be smart about your path that you're going to go, because nothing here, even in the suburbs of Reading, Pennsylvania, is safe to ride a bike. There's no bike lanes anywhere. The roads are terrible, so you just got to be careful, but it's doable. Just have to be smart and safe about it.
Welcome. If you are a Scan It customer.
All right, putting your groceries in your pannier bags is really easy. All right, I made it home, and I feel a little bit bad about this video because I'm trying to make pannier, you know, sell pannier, sell adventure, sell being outside, and that video was all about how crap the American roads and how unfriendly the American roads are. What has happened, I think, here is that I haven't been outside on a bicycle in 12 months because of a knee injury. So I had an ACL tear, And I'm just now, 12 months later, able to get on the bike and start riding again. And, that's what it's going to be like for a new rider. It's a little unnerving being out there with all the cars. I've lived in Japan. I've visited, I've been all over Americas, Australia, Tasmania, Singapore, Thailand, lived in Germany 2 years, Middle East. I've been all over the place. And the United States has some really unfriendly roads. 99.9% of roads are pretty darn unfriendly, and the drivers are very unfriendly too. Unlike Germany, where I just came from last summer, I lived in Germany for 2 years, and the ability to commute by bicycle or walk and enjoy a walk outside in a city is tremendously high. And in the United States, is tremendously low. And I think that's one of the obstacles we have as a group of people in the United States, is that getting outside is sometimes not pleasant. And you have to find places that are pleasant. Now, nothing I said there is false, You got to be safe. You got to pick a route. Some of you may not have a route to the grocery store for your bike, and I that's too bad. You may be forced to drive. Other people, it may be easier to get to the grocery store. Some people maybe live too far away, or work may be too far away to commute to work, because panniers allow you to commute to work. But I will say this, I know the United States, talking to my grandfather way back when, wasn't always this car-centric. It just, to me, seems like the car companies and the corporations have pretty much, and we as a country have decided pretty much we're a car nation, and that's how it's always going to be. And it's just unfortunate that when we build roads, we do these things. We don't make them pleasant. We make them just to be passed through by vehicles. And but yeah. Anyways, the panniers work great. I had no problems. You got to worry about the balance on either side of the bicycle when you're putting your stuff in. I can't get a week's worth of groceries. I'm not doing a Costco run. We're not running a Costco with the bike and panniers. But we could commute to work, and I could, one of these days do an example work commute. I'll go down to Penske. 10 months after I applied to work at Penske, Penske finally emailed me back and wanted to know if I'd be up for an interview. So maybe I'll do a morning commute to Penske, which is maybe 7 miles from my house, and pretend like I'm working at Penske, like I got hired, and see how that commute is. But anyways, I wanted to do the commute by bike to the grocery store because, having a car is expensive. I mean, it's really expensive. Some of us take it for granted, but some of us know exactly what I'm talking about. Like, car payments now are averaging like $550, $600 a month. Gas is expensive. Insurance has gone up. Like, everything about owning a vehicle is expensive. And if you live in an area where you could commute or get around by bicycle, save you a ton of money just doing that. And so my bicycle was the example of the $1,150 bicycle. Now, with that bicycle that I bought, it was a Moto Cane. I bought it for $599. I wanted to see how it was. Well, it needed some work out of the box. The brake system wasn't tight. I had to retighten the brakes because as I pulled down on the lever, guess what happened? There was a bunch of loose slack in the rubber lining for the wire guides. And I had to retighten all of that, about a 1/4 inch on each brake. And also, as I was riding that bicycle, I remember mechanical brakes are not as good as hydraulic disc brakes. And so I would be a little reluctant taking that on a bike tour in a very mountainous region where I had to go downhill and I had to rely on brakes. Other than that, I think this bicycle will do about everything besides doing a bike tour across the Rocky Mountains or the Appalachians or something, or the Cascades or something like that. So far I'm pretty happy with it, but I think it could have came tuned a little bit better, brakes done a little bit better. So out of the box, a inexperienced person could have just put it together and got it going. But it does take a little bit of work to get it tuned up and ready to go. But I would just take your bike to the local bike shop and have it fixed up. So that was my experience. 12 months off the bicycle from a knee injury. What did it feel like? It felt a little unnerving, but totally doable. And as you ride more, you figure out the back roads where there's less traffic and it's less dangerous. The last thing we need to do is be getting run over by some car and some impatient driver. So, yeah, that's it, everybody. So talk to you later. Bye.